Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is HD, and I'm coming at you guys with another StarCraft 2 broadcast, and today we're going to be looking at a Protoss versus Terran, as we've got Mouz HasuObs, who is from Mouz Esports. He is recently the champion of the qualifier in Germany for MLG at Providence, playing very well there, and that's going to be him playing as a Protoss at the top right of Xel'Naga Caverns. And down in the bottom left, we actually have VirusSong. He's going to be the red Terran, and Virus is actually a pretty big streamer on Team Liquid. He is a Grandmaster Terran player, who I'm not too familiar with his tournament, with the tournament scene for VirusSong. And I might even be pronouncing it wrong. It might be VirusSong now that I'm looking at his name more closely. But regardless, VirusSong is a very good Terran player. I looked him up. He is a Grandmaster Terran, and he's going to be playing off against somebody who's already proven his caliber and his worth in the tournament scene. So this is Mouz HasuObs, and this is going to be an exhibition game from Battle.net. So we'll see what happens. And oh, HasuObs opening up this game with a proxy gateway. All right. So I pulled this replay, guys, off of HDreplays, and this replay had an outstanding number of upvotes compared to the rest of the replays, and I was like, well, this looks pretty good. It was actually, I think, a best of 3, but I decided to just pull this one because it was so popular, and lo and behold, we have a proxy gateway being hidden behind the bushes on Xel'Naga Caverns against VirusSong. So this could be pretty crazy, depending how aggressive Mouz Hasu wants to get with this gateway. But interestingly, he's actually getting an assimilator, and usually when Protoss players proxy a gateway, they're gonna go for a double proxy gateway, and they don't really want to get the gas this early on. So I'm really confused now as to what the whole idea here is. Now the SCV is about to make its way inside of Hasu's main, and as soon as it gets up into HasuObs' main, it's going to notice that there's no gateways here, so he knows something weird is up. So immediately VirusSong has got to, I would imagine, throw up a bunker at the front door, get something going. He's not reacting right now, surprisingly. So VirusSong here just totally scouting. I feel like he's playing a little bit obliviously because he should really get a bunker up. The Zealot is making its way into the main right now. This Zealot coming from the proxy gateway, and Chrono Boost is being used on that gateway too, so the next couple Zealots are going to be even faster. VirusSong has got a Marine here. He's going to have to micro this solo Marine against a Zealot, which, as you guys all know, is an impossible task unless you get a second Marine out. Now he's got 2 Marines. He's going to have to dance 1 Marine around and use the other Marine to keep shooting this Zealot down. This is going to be a pretty micro-intensive battle, but he doesn't wall off the front door, so a 3rd Zealot makes its way in, and now VirusSong is in a ton of trouble. He's actually trying to get a bunker up inside of his main. That bunker will go down because the Zealot kills the SCV. No, the SCV is still alive. We have a wild goose chase right now as the Zealots are trying to get as much damage done as they can, and VirusSong tries to get his bunker up, and it looks like he will get the bunker up. So the Marine with 8 HP will hop inside the bunker, safe, and it looks like VirusSong will hold this off despite not walling off the front door. So well done right there, although, you know, it's not, the pressure's not over yet because there's still two Zealots attacking the front door here, attacking the supply depot. So VirusSong has got to at least kill off these Zealots, because if he loses his supply depot, he's gonna get blocked. He doesn't want that to happen. The depot is burning up, and he will get that SCV onto that depot. But now look at this, a Stalker comes out. Wow, so Hasu getting that gas early on, getting a very fast assimilator, and then of course a fast cybernetics core, has allowed him to get this quick, speedy Stalker out, and I'm sure VirusSong was not expecting this Stalker at all. He doesn't have a tech lab for a Marauder. He's actually having to fight with his SCVs right now. There is a formation around the Zealot and the Stalker. The Marines all go down, and the Stalker weaves its way out of there. The Stalker, known to be pretty nimble and agile, gets away from the SCVs, and that 2.95 move speed certainly helping out in a big way. Now the tech lab is going down, so as soon as that lab goes down, a couple Marauders can make their way out, but it's still a very dangerous situation for VirusSong. He's pulling his SCVs again. He gets a surround. It looks like he will get a full surround on that Stalker. Very nicely, well done by VirusSong. Just using his workers with pitchforks in hand to fight. He actually ends up killing off all the Stalker aggression, but the aggression is still not over yet, because Mouz Hasu is keeping his foot on the accelerator pedal, and he's continuing to warp, and he's still chrono boosting. He's using all of his chrono boost on this gateway, this proxy gateway, if you will, and he's expanding out of this. Wow, this is great trickery. If he pulls this off, it's going to be great success, in the words of Borat. If Hasu can do this, this is going to be pretty damn good. Now the Marauders are out though, so I think VirusSong can finally breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief. He doesn't have to worry too much. You know, it might be nice to get a bunker at the front, but at this point he's lost quite a few SCVs, so he probably doesn't want to invest into that bunker. He just needs to recover as quickly as possible. He cancels the bunker inside his main, in fact, so that's just showing really how far behind he is, and he's just gonna have to gamble now, rolling the dice, hoping he doesn't hit Snake Eyes, and hopefully he can get some more SCVs out and recover. But it's a long shot. He's at 16 harvesters under 29 right now, and of course he is behind by a whole entire expansion. And now it looks like we've got 4 gates warping in here. HasuObs, so aggressive, man. So aggressive. This guy from Germany, 23 years old, doing it up big right now. And he's about to have 5 warp gates all at the front door of VirusSong. He's got a pylon here so he can warp in. Force field goes down. So he will pick off a Marauder. And I think there was a Marine at the front too. The splatter of blood indicating the death of that Marauder. And HasuObs looking quite good right now. If he can start to warp in some units and just keep the contain on VirusSong, I'm not sure how VirusSong will win this game. Although he does have a Ghost Academy coming up. That's a very fast Ghost Academy. And that's a very interesting response considering that he knows he's behind in this game. Usually, you know, most players, and this includes myself, most players when they're behind like this, they'll just try to macro out of it or cheese. The fact that he's getting a Ghost Academy, though, I don't feel like this is cheesy, and I don't feel like this is a macro decision. This is just a straight up tech decision off of one base. Unless he's trying to go for Cloak, and he's going to try to use the Ghost in a way that Protoss used Dark Templar. That might make a little bit of sense, but it's still a very interesting decision to go for Ghost here when you're contained like this and you're so far behind. And he's not, like, guys, he's not building another command center. So VirusSong here could have something cooking up for Mouz Hasu, but he's gonna have to hold off this aggression because the pylon's coming down. That's another forward pylon, 5 warp gates ready to go. Forge researching +1 armor instead of weapons. So HasuObs here getting the armor upgrade rather than weapons, which is going to help quite a bit against Marines. And okay, so we've got a Ghost out, and VirusSong isn't researching anything. He's not getting cloaks, so yeah, he's not trying to cheese his way out of this game either. He's just straight up teching when he's behind. And I don't know if this is going to work or not. Of course, Ghosts with the EMP Shockwave, very, very good. There are 3 Ghosts in the army now, and EMP will negate the sentries entirely. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll just have to wait and see. This is going to be very interesting if VirusSong can pull this out. And uh-oh, he's pulling SCVs right now. It could be just a one-shot wonder push. And if he can make this happen, this is going to be one of the biggest comebacks I've seen. Because consider how far VirusSong is behind right now. He's at 25 under 48 harvesters. He's at 57 under 90 supply. This is going to be insane. And the force field's continuing to keep the push away. So Mouz Hasu is just delaying right now, and unfortunately for Ghost, the EMP does not negate a force field. Although now that I think about it, it probably should. That's kind of a nice mechanic if Blizzard decides to implement. And he launches the EMP Shockwave, so he reveals his Ghost technology, all to EMP a pylon and a sentry. I don't know if that was worth it, but he does reveal his Ghosts. And now Mouz Hasu knows exactly what he's facing up against, and really, if he just gets a ton of charge shots right now, which he's researching charge and +1 weapons and +2 armor, I don't think these Ghosts are going to work out at all. HasuObs with a beautiful contain here. This is just textbook 101, how to destroy Terran. For all the Protosses out there who may be having problems against Terran, this is how you do it apparently. Spread out those sentries, mitigate that EMP Shockwave, and contain the Terran on Xel'Naga Caverns just like this. Beautiful play, and Hasu finally decides to lift the steel curtain, if you will, from VirusSong's front door, and now Song finally breaks out through the front. But definitely, this is a all-in from VirusSong. This is a 3-1-1 all-in. If 1-1-1 wasn't bad enough, this is going to be a 3-1-1 all-in off of one base. And I'm not sure why he's getting an NG Bay unless he's going to wait for an upgrade. I don't know if he's got time for that because he's falling so far behind right now in this game. He just needs to make a push happen. He doesn't have Stim either. Oh, no. So, you know, typically the 1-1-1 all-in comes with tanks and Banshees. He's not going to have any tech at all except for the Ghost. This is going to be really interesting if he can pull this off. He kills off the pylon at the Xel'Naga Tower, but uh-oh. HasuObs with a force to the right, just ready and waiting in Admiral Akbar's voice. It's a trap! He's waiting to spring the trap right now on the Terran army, and VirusSong has no idea, but he's pulling all of his SCVs right now, and 2 medevacs in the air as well. This is going to be a pretty terrific end of this game, a big conclusion, I'd have to say. And is Mouz Hasu going to come in for the strike like a cobra? He's waiting behind the bushes, and he's going to ambush the Terran army from behind. He will cut off the reinforcements, and now VirusSong realizes what's awaiting him. He doesn't decide to back away, though. He will launch his EMPs. Archons are coming out, though, and the Archons are really, really good against Marines and Marauders. Dangerously good. It looks like VirusSong able to kill off all those Archons, but he gets surrounded from the back, and these charge lots are coming in hot, and the entire Marine Marauder ball devastated. GG calls VirusSong. Wow, that was a total textbook how to own Terran 101 from Mouz HasuObs, and from the beginning of the game to the end, really just one proxy Stargate. That's all he did, and he caused so much damage with that. Although you have to kind of, I guess, look at VirusSong in a little way and say, you know what, Virus, why didn't you bunker up the front door when you scouted the main and you didn't see a gateway? You know, I would think that would be the first response. So VirusSong maybe beating himself a little bit there. I'm not sure what entirely was going on in his mind when he scouted off the Protoss, but credit to Mouz HasuObs for a good game. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I guess for all you guys now who have been saying, HD, you never bring out PVT and you never show Protoss winning, what's your problem? There it is, guys. VirusSong losing to Mouz HasuObs. HasuObs a superior Protoss player today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. If you guys want to check out more, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to me on YouTube at HD StarCraft. Thanks a lot, guys, and this is HD signing out.